Beautiful people, ladies and gentlemen, how are you? Welcome back to yet another episode of Not So Complicated, the show brought to you by Innovation Consortium. A show, like we always talk about, breaks down everything, every topic to a layman's understanding. Before we go any further, please endeavor to follow us on all our social media handles at Innovation Consortium, LinkedIn, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, everywhere at Innovation Consortium. Please let us know what you'd like us to talk about. Let us know what you'd like us to discuss and break down for you. Yes, so this time around we have come back with another interesting topic, the Medal of Excellence. You're about to find out why we call it the Medal of Excellence. Now, we have had lots of awards in Uganda, and people have criticized them. They say people buy those awards. They are not credible enough. But we believe as Innovation Consortium, the innovation space, that the awarding system, the award we have brought is going to be credible enough, and you people are yet to find out why. So I guess today you're wondering why I have a very big squad of people here. That is all Innovation Consortium. It is because we are celebrating 9 years. 9 years of existence, 9 years of hustling, but again, 9 years of innovations. So let me introduce my panel today, beginning with this guy who striked Tagendanga Mugundi Musaluni. Yeah, how are you, sir? Good to have you on the show. What's your name?
Sekanyo Stephen.
You're still single, right?
Yeah.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm okay. Good to have you back on the show.
I'm the guy who goes,
The guy goes, yeah, exactly. What's your name, sir?
Juko.
Juko Stephen. Good to have you.
Same here.
Last time we had you while you were size. Yes, and today my main guest. His name, Sebo. Bangambe Tolika Siru. How are you, sir? In a microphone, you take off. Nice. How are you, sir?
I'm okay.
The first time you are appearing on Not So Complicated. How is it?
I was hijacked, but I'm enjoying.
In case you're wondering why you have the man himself, it is because he's the brains behind the Medal of Excellence. Now, tell us about your name.
King of Otega. That's my name.
Sorry. What's your name again?
King of Otega.
King of Otega.
Yeah, remember you hosted a guy called The Ghost?
Yes,
So,
yes.
King of Otega.
Okay, I got national ID.
King of Otega.
Again. Good to have you on the show.
Thank you.
Niceness. And the usual suspect. How are you, sir?
I'm alive.
Everybody soda.
Job.
Your name, sir?
Semalago Byron.
Yeah, Byron. Good to have you on the show.
To be the dreamer, what happened?
I hear today we are sharing our real names.
Niceness. Good to have you on the show. Aha. Yeah. Mukulu Jevali. Good to have you on the show.
Thank you.
Makuza Julius.
I'm on mechanical team.
On the mechanical team. Good to have you. Aha. Say, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Your names?
Senyonga Moses.
Good to have you.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, what is your role at Innovation Consortium?
I'm a supervisor at TRN.
TRN mukolachi. Musika chapali mufumba mukolachi. Muliva Street. Good to have you on the show. Yes, and we have a gentleman here. How are you, man?
Good, sir.
Are you hungry?
I'm very hungry.
What's your name?
I'm called I'm on the mechanical team of TRN. Thank you.
Yes, now, ladies and gentlemen, every time we have a show, this gentleman tends to run away. Today, I like to say, so let's uncover the ghost himself. How are you, man? Tato Gamboche. Miaka jali mujantu nate unga manfukamire. Amanya ne dobozi.
Julius.
Niceness. And the usual suspect as well. How are you, man?
I'm okay. I'm David Martin Maku. There's no serving until the show is over.
Niceness. Good to have you in the show. And the last man standing. How are you, man?
I'm okay.
What's your name?
I'm Fitson.
Fitson. Good to have you in the show.
Thank you, sir.
What is your role at IC?
Naye sasoma nnyo. Simanyi, n'Oluganda sirumanyi. Nsobola kwesonyiwa ewaffe.
It's okay, it's okay.
Nomanyeta Peterson abaho. IC ninkolaho ebintu bingi, ninkola omu makampani mingi. Nkatera kunshashonera Peters Fire and Safety Services.
Twashemerera okuhavinga aha show yitu.
Nanye nashemerera okuba.
Ikongenda kukoine nyingi.
Tinkanywire.
Niceness. So ladies and gentlemen, let's dive in right to the main topic, the Medal of Excellence, in a bit. So ladies and gentlemen, let me once again introduce my main guest today, Mr. Ian. How are you, man?
I'm okay. How are
Good
you?
to have
doing?
you on the show once again.
I'm glad to be here.
Now, tell us about the Medal of Excellence. What is the idea behind the Medal of Excellence?
So the idea about Medal of Excellence is that you all know, for example, the best musicians. You all know the battle that's going to happen. Shiba and Cindy. iPhone and Nokia.
iPhone, yeah. Sure.
Right now, when the best bouncer walks into the club, you know him. You know the best DJ. But when we were growing up, you knew the best pilot. You would know Mwami Wawali. Avuga nyonyi. Mwami Wawali, Dr. Mnene Nyewe Mulago. Right now, if you brought a doctor and even the best border guy, they will know the border guy. They won't know the doctor. So, our champion Gudo, for example. You don't know the kid who is inventing maybe a new way to wire motors, for example. That young kid. So the idea around Medal of Excellence was to say, can we go back out, put our money, can we make nerds, scientists, all these people who are tinkering, popular again? And can we put our money where our hearts and minds are? So that's how the Medal of Excellence came in. But also, the only other peculiar difference here was that you want a medal where it's so clear who won. Like, temuli mukubuza nti, yeah. Seen those awards where you're wondering, but I thought this one would win. You know, at some point, Kanye had to walk to the stage and say, no, me, I think this one won. So that was really the idea in a nutshell. A very clear, transparent way for someone who has proven with their brain, but also something that is modeled over a challenge. So everyone can participate. It doesn't matter whether you reached Makerere, whether you went to Stanford or MIT, the challenge is there. If you think you're worth it, you participate. That's it.
Niceness. So Mr. Ian, thanks for bringing us up to speed. But again, I would like you to break it down. How credible are the awards? And again, how do people get to voting? And then tell us about the credibility, the stages through which someone has to go through to win the award.
So there are three things that make this award or Medal of Excellence credible.
Yeah, sure.
Of course, you've mentioned the voting. So I'll first say from how it's announced.
Yeah, sure.
The way it's announced, the way the challenge is set up, everything is public. From there, we gave two options. So we have the public vote and the jury vote. So the public will contribute certain amounts. Then we pick a jury. Now, we don't go out there and pick anyone to sit on that jury. These are people who are credible in their field. So the public, yes, will clap and say this is the best. But then we'll also have a jury that will sit down.
Yes.
And you know how a jury works. That they put you in a room, you don't get out until you agree on one thing.
Sure.
So that's what makes it credible. Okay. And it's also clear, if you think the award is not credible, you can actually participate and put your challenge there. So every design is put right out there, so anyone else can come and vet it.
Okay. Thank you so much. And I understand this award is named after different people with different backgrounds in different sectors. I would like to know what criteria do you use to choose the awards that is forthcoming?
So if I give an example of the first award, it was named after Zikusoka. That was the first engineer, first real actual engineer in Uganda. So why we named it after him was, one, because it was also our first Medal of Excellence, but also the award was related to the kind of work he was doing, civil, construction. So every year, depending on what we are doing, we name it towards somebody. It's also a way to honor people who have been great in these fields. It's a way to remember them. So tomorrow, for example, this man, Byron Semalago, or Joko, even Senyonga, for example, if next year the award is around
Yes,
things around mechanical. Who knows? But you know the problem of awarding people when they are still alive also. Byron could be a thinker now. Then you name an medal of excellence after him, and then he stops thinking. He uses it to go to every club. Hey, to every club. Nze ya wangu, nze kwe, an award baji to manze. That's it, really.
Nice, nice.
Maybe someone can add, but that's really what
Okay, okay. Nice. Thank you so much. And ladies and gentlemen, there the man himself has broken it down for us. What the Medal of Excellence is all about, the criteria they undergo to choose who to name after the awards. Now, I understand we had the first Medal of Excellence last year, right?
Yes, yes.
Exactly. So I'd like
which
you-
is for reference, because someone might be watching this video probably 10 years in the future.
Mm.
Our first Medal of Excellence happened in 2022. Yes, yes. It was called the Ziku Soccer Challenge, as my colleague said before.
So
what-
please take us through exactly what
Yes.
transpired.
What he
and,
didn't tell you, Ziku Soccer, as much as he was the first engineer, is the gentleman who's credited for designing Ginger City. Our first challenge was to design a kiosk or a mudala. Depending on the medal, we choose a specific team of judges per medal that do the assessment and the judging. The technical team first vets, then we get the top three. That is marked out of 75%. The top three are presented to the public, and everyone is viable to vote, and everyone is only accorded one vote. The public vote constitutes only 15% of the whole vote. Starting this year, we are requiring every participant to come and present their design. Probably there's something may have missed or something. So starting this year, we are doing a 10% for that presentation of their idea.
Nice. Thank you so much, David, for the elaboration. I'd like us to know more about the challenge itself and why it is called the Moses Chisholm Sazi Challenge.
Okay.
Yeah,
This year's challenge is called the semi-permanent shelter, and it's named after Dr. Musazi. He is actually the patron of the Innovation Consortium of who we are.
Okay.
Yeah, and to intimate more, okay, he's the late Dr. Musazi. We are lucky enough to have one of his sons here. Probably will tell you more about him and why we named this medal after him.
Okay, thank you so much. So Chogamba Tutude no Musika. Yeah. So dear viewers and listeners, let's find out why this year's challenge, this year in particular, is 2023. So the challenge this year is Moses Kiza Musazi Challenge. And we are proud to be right now sitting with Musika. And at the same time, he's Emulangira in the Uganda kingdom. So, Mwami Juko, Taina Takaya Iyangazo Munyanko. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Musika of the late Moses Kiza Musazi.
Mwampitide wano mmere, but that was a trick. But this in 18th September we commemorate 5 years since my late father passed on. But I think let's concentrate on why he championed low-cost housing and construction in many fields, as well as other inventions that he worked on, and we are pushing on with it. So because it was a passion of his, that everyone deserves decent housing, we thought it would be right to do a semi-permanent shelter that accommodates everyone and it's, if you didn't know, housing is one of the biggest challenges locally and internationally. And then many people are trying to fit in there. Then I think last year, let me digress a bit, Nyege Nyege had problems with shelters.
Yeah, sure.
And people felt they are not getting what they deserve.
Bathrooms were crazy.
Yeah. The bathrooms are non-existent. So we thought it would be right to to deal with this challenge, because it was a passion of the late Dr. Musazi, through championing ISSBs, and we can build on the shoulders of giants like him to do something that's really relevant for our society. And I think we won't limit it. If your semi-permanent can turn into permanent, every idea is welcome. But to do something that raises someone's status from housing that's not good enough to
a better
housing
version.
that's decent for anyone in its semi-permanent nature.
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much, Musika. So right about now, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the COO, Ayagale Ebitiwa. Tell us about this year's particular Medal of Excellence and when we are launching it.
This being an annual award, we are launching the next award mid-September this year.
Yeah,
So
sure.
please feel free to participate and put in your submission.
Yeah,
It is
sure.
open to everyone, Ugandan, East African, African, Kenyan, Gabon,
Niceness.
Asia, wherever you're
Yes.
from. And
Yes.
trust us, we'll give you a fair judgment. And as a special touch for this year's award, we also, as consortium, as us, it's very bad to be just talking and not walking the talk. So this year, we also be, for this year's ceremony of the award, we'll be showcasing some of the sustainable semi-permanent housings we've been doing. For example, the slum house.
Yeah, sure.
If you've not followed it up, just go on all our social media
handles.
links,
Yeah.
or put in the hashtags slum house reinvented. You'll see what we are trying to do with Ramdath. So this year's award will also be will be participants in a way, but we won't be competing with the submissions you're putting in. We'll just be celebrating whoever is putting in.
Sure.
Otherwise, back to you, sir.
Nice, thank you. Abada Wambia show. So dear viewers and listeners, now let's hand over to the main guest today, Mr. Ian Ortega, to tell us about the future of the Medal of Excellence.
So the future of the Medal of Excellence is in like 2-3 fronts. The first front is, someone may be wondering, oh, you're always doing civil-related construction. No.
Yeah, sure.
The future is that these challenges can spread across. We can come to mechanical, we can come to a medical challenge. It's to spread it across. Why we've even music.
Nice,
I mean,
nice.
we can say, can you come up with a song that can go viral? So
Sure,
even
sure.
education, how can you come up with better ways to make people grasp concepts?
Nice, nice.
The second future is that organizations also that are struggling with issues should be able to reach out to us and say, I have this challenge, I'm willing to put money to it.
Sure, sure.
Please, let's have it through the Medal of Excellence.
Nice,
That's really it.
Yes, thank you so much, Mr. Ortega. So ladies and gentlemen, like we always tell you, Innovation Consortium brings up nothing but the best. And this year we have the Medal of Excellence, and it is named after Mr. Moses Kiza Musazi. Now, I call upon everyone to participate. So endeavor to check us out on all our social media handles at Innovation Consortium. Please participate in this particular Medal of Excellence. Be it a woman, be it a man, be it 50, be it 14, please participate. And tell your friend to participate as well. We usually have lots of monies to win. If it is not money, it is particularly something big enough to add something onto your life. Now, right about now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to part an iPhone. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to part short, and everyone is going to tell us about what they think about the Medal of Excellence and call upon people to participate. I begin with Munyankole, who doesn't know Luganda, neither does he know Luzungu. So, Chicho choize what you are going to about the Medal of Excellence.
Then Innovation Consortium nenda redefining a future. So buli omu wena okukura nanda kukora ekintu aha future y'ensi egi ashemereire kuza mu Medal of Excellence, ashemereire kuparticipatinga kwenda akore na consortium then institutari bendijo.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the fact that we have a Munyankolo, might have a watabila sente. Wano waliwo sente, ku Medal of Excellence kuliko sente. Now, I have this one, Aliku Strike here Saloon. How are you, man? Once again. You never said a thing throughout the show. So tell us about, call upon the people to come and participate. Medal of Excellence.
Sebo tewampadde kazinda.
Eh, kaka no.
Kati mumanyi first award eyaliwo mu nsi muno temugimanyi muneebuuseeko kubanga first award Apo bagiyita batya mu Luganda?
Era Apple.
Eva yakwata ekibala n'akiwa Adamu yawadde eyasooka naye yatuleetera ebizibu.
Badde manyi yakiwa dinosaur.
Gwe osoma ddiini ki?
Niceness. Thank you so much, Stephen. Oyo bwatyo. And Damulangira without the attacker. Part shot.
I'm supposed to give a fun fact. No, I'm not Damle. The fun fact is that the Medal of Excellence should be, I think, will be launched on the 5th year commemoration of the passing of the late Dr. Musazi.
Oh, niceness. Thank you so much, Mulangira. Kwolo tuleterayo ku byapa by'ettaka. And Miss Ortega, say, a word or two to the dear viewers and listeners. Basibule koko.
I'll repeat the words of the Gabonian president.
To make
noise.
noise.
Make noise. Make
Make
noise.
noise.
Thank you, Ian. And waliwo noises zitabamu ssente. Yes, and the dreamer atakyalota. Your last words.
I'm already awake. I was just going to inquire. They say that the technical team gives 75%. So if I want to win, I'm supposed to corrupt that part. Is it corruptible?
No, see Palmer word. Technical team ebera ku Zoom. Technical team ebera ku Zoom. Yes. Nice. So, Mr. Gonza, please say something to the dear viewers and listeners.
Dear viewers, please come one, come all. Make sure you participate.
Yeah, sure.
It is a very good challenge, and I'm encouraging all those who are out there with good ideas that this is a space where your idea will be respected, reviewed, and given the importance that it should be given.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much. And unmasking the masked man. One or two. Hey,
Simanyi Luzungu.
Tata. Iradde tata. Vetu saba. Abantu bapo bagambye akagambo kamu babiri. Obayite era bajje ba participating mu Medal of Excellence y'omwaka guno.
Nga bwe njogera bweri kino twagala ekintu kimu
twagala
ekintu kimu tetwagala tunnyonnyola tetwagala kiki
twagala submission zawe. Atamanyi Luzungu. Otumuguddemu. Thank you so much, Mr. Atamanyi Luzungu. And basewo ne banyabo ono designer yakubye akapale kaliko ne receipt. Mwami Daniel Walusimbi of Uganda.
Yes.
A word or two to the dear viewers and listeners.
I only going to have two statements. One, as in our Medal of Excellence, not about just only winning. We go ahead and implement it. Like I always say, you think it, we produce.
Nice.
We produce it.
Nice.
A part shot.
Thank you so much. We kusoose Daniel okwokola ebigambo bibiri byokka nga tayongeddeeko kirala.
Maybe as an important note that was skipped in the show, every other award has an award or a cash prize attached to it. Yeah, one, sure. If the design is good enough for something, we implement it ourselves. We do a prototype, or then second, it comes with the cash prize. The cash prize is increasing per year. Last year we gave out 1 million Ugandan shillings. Yeah. This year we are giving out $500
USD. Yeah.
Yeah, and parting shot. Nga bwe yagambye twagala submissions. Twagala tunnyonnyola, twagala submissions.
Niceness. Thank you so much, dear viewers and listeners, for sparing some time to be with us. Like I told you, the Medal of Excellence, yabadde ino okubaamu ssente. Kuba olaba omunyankole wali ng'omanya nti ssente weezi twagala ki? Twagala ssente. Thank you so much. We are off to celebrating our 9 years of existence. We are Innovation Consortium. My name is Brian Lyon. Please follow us on all our social media handles and please endeavor to participate and submit in your ideas. I sign out. See you.
I'm
tutekako bu teasers at the end of the show, eh? So together. Yes. Kale obudde bwange mutwala
amujja compromise
ate tulina okunywa
awo kati nayisedda mugenda ba compromise
naye tebatuwa ssente abo
kale ngejja sinanywa mubiya nyinza okukola teeki 2
niceness enyama ejja twakoze da order tulina bamakanika tulina bafumbi ba chapati and all that is Innovation Consortium because we innovate anything